I just need to write some more. This is John Young with the Tuesday Tips of the Week here with the Disc Jockey News, and today we're going to be doing one that is kind of a reflection of what Mike Walter did this past weekend. On Sunday night, Mike Walter was on Spike TV, and I'm going to put the link down below here so you guys can check that out. But that was a segment where he was basically brought in as an industry expert, which he is. For those of you who don't know who he is, get off from under the rock, man. Get off from under the rock. He's an industry expert. This is a guy who knows his stuff. He's very knowledgeable. He's a writer for the Disc Jockey News. That even makes him more awesome. And he's right next to Mrs. Walter's favorite writer in the paper. I'm just saying, he's up there, man. He's up there. Anyway, when he was talking, he was helping in a little clip you're going to see in that link down below. He was talking about basically moving from older ways of marketing. He's kind of starting to help the gentleman talk about some of the newer ways of marketing, getting a YouTube channel and different things such as that. And then Mike did a second video, again, link down below, which was kind of his extending of that. And that's where I wanted to kind of go off, because he made a great point in there about a couple of things. And he's sharing a thought that Joe Bunn had, and we've talked about this in some of our videos in the past, is that you don't need to be on all social media, which is a fabulous thing that a lot of people just don't grasp, that in this day and age, being in social media, if you're going to be engaging and involving, because it's social, it isn't just you out there doing your thing, it's you being social with people. If you're not going to be social with people, even on YouTube, if you're not going to be out there allowing comments on your videos, don't do it. And I know YouTube is such a beast that you feel that you need to be there. Well, if you're not going to be social on social media, don't go there. So that means that you need to be engaging, and that probably means because of time you only pick one or two. So think social part of social media before you jump into it, because if you can't do that, you're wasting your time, and you're going to really turn more people off. Secondly, as Mike talked about a blog, and the idea of having the blog, which was really popular a few years ago, and how damaging that is. So go check that out. What he talked about that down below. I agree completely. In this day and age, there's a lot of tools though that can help you with that. Not the ones that are going to, and I've seen these where they can go and harvest information on the internet and bring it back to you, where it can go and search and it can find articles about wedding DJs and then bring them back and make a blog post on your site. That's not as cool. But what I'm talking about is things where you can go and create a video on YouTube, and then that video can then be pulled by automation and made into a blog post on your website. So you do a gig thing on Saturday night, you can put it up Sunday, and then it shows up in your blog. So you have a constant flow, and then it can also be propagated to different social media channels. So automation is huge in this world today. And make sure if you're going to be using these things, check out what's there for automation, how you can interconnect. There's going to be some things that don't interconnect well, because there's ways of sharing and engaging on Twitter, for instance, that's different than Facebook, that's different than YouTube. I mean, it's not a perfect science, but it can really kind of get you going and make it a lot less work, because that's the biggest thing with the social media is they can eat up time, and it become this huge monstrosity of things that you don't want it to kill you and your life and your family, personal time. So check those two links out down below with Mike. There's some great information there, and keep in mind, social media is social media. Engaging. If you're not doing it right. If this is your first Tuesday tip, thank you for watching. If you have liked any of our Tuesday tips, click the like on those, because that gives us some feedback of what types of tips you guys like more than others. Some are obviously going to connect better with you than others, so please, if you like it, click the like down below. If you are so willing, hey, give us a share with this, because the Tuesday tips thing, we want to try to bring that to the masses and such. So share it if you can. Comment down below. We just appreciate you watching. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News with our Tuesday Tip of the Week.
If I were you, I'd hit the subscribe button before I hit the video. But don't mess things up. Wanna know why? Because I'm Batman.